I just realized I've been mute the whole time. Uh, yeah, so I've been talking to myself for quite a while now. Entire episode of Enterprise has gone. That's 23 minutes. Anyway, I'm not about to start it afresh. Let me see. That's 21 minutes. Well, so I've already imported this. Let me re-import the body of this other vehicle. Okay. Everything looks fine. So the re-import is definitely taking its time. It's been a bit, I think 5 minutes now. Or maybe my perception of time is a bit broken. It's taking too long. Okay, so it looks like the shaders are done compiling. So yeah, this is the body. And just put it out here, see how. So the body will definitely need more modeling. There's nothing inside. There's nothing inside. And this is not what I wanted to do today. Let's just focus on what I needed to do today. So uh, let me see. It's a different folder. Yeah. So I already imported the mesh that I need. I'm gonna move into a different folder. Grab this mesh. The blueprints folder. I should be off for now. So and the compiling more shaders. Okay, so shaders have been compiled. So the first thing you need to do is go to your mesh, right click on skeleton and create animation blueprint. And then open it. Right, so when it's opened, click on file, select your parent blueprint and type vehicle so you can get the vehicle animation instance. With that parented, go to mesh space reference post, and then from that look for vehicle controller for wheel vehicle and connect that to your output ports. So this is a basic setup. You can do a lot more with this, but we're not going deep into that today. So with that created, I'll move this to the blueprints folder, and then right in the blueprints folder, I'll create a blueprint screen and then look for the chaos. Is it chaos vehicle? Chaos wheel vehicle. I mean, select that. Call it. I'll give it a name, and I'll name this one front because that's the front wheel. Then open it, and the first thing you need to do is change the ISO type to front. Uh, there are a few things you need to change here. For the front wheel, you need to enable the affected by steering because I need it to be four-wheel drive. I'll make it affected by engine. I'll activate this one. And then just for the fun of it, I'll activate this one also, affected by handbrake. I don't know what this does. I've never really used it. But so let's just leave it as that. The wheel radius, the previous setup that I've done, I found that for this type of vehicle, 65 is perfect. And then here, 30 to 40 should just be fine. 30 to 40 should be fine. If it gives me any problems, I'll just send it back to 20. I'll change it back to 20. And then handbrake and torque. Now, these values, first of all, change the sweep shape to shapecast. You don't have to. The first two also work just fine, but I prefer shapecast because that's what the I how do I say, that's what this one the off-road vehicle uses, and it's just, well, I don't know why. I've never really looked into it. You can just do that on your time. So because I don't know much about vehicles, what I usually do is just Google this stuff and make sure I have these values from somewhere. So for this type of vehicle, because it's probably only used in Kenya, getting the values for it is a lot harder than, let's say, yesterday when I was trying the Land Rover. Land Rover was quite, it was just out there. You could find it on any website. So there's the trackbuses.website.com, and you can find a few vehicles here. I picked this one. I'm assuming this is it. It's probably a truck, not a bus. I need one for a bus. So it's also not this big bus. It's a smaller bus. It's a mini bus. It should look like this. So we need the torque. Also need the RPM. And let me just go break in there. Yeah, so when you Google and include the quotation marks, it usually marks these words in the quotation marks is required or useful. So it'll only look for the things that have these words. Your search results must contain this word. So say this the Isuzu website and series 2000 RPM 26. So I'll give it high value. So for this one, I'll just give it 3000. I'm not sure where to get the brake. So yeah, I'm not sure where to get the brakes. Some of these values will be guesswork. So brake and handbrake. Okay, so I'll leave these as they are, and then add these values to the other vehicle setup itself. So these are just wheel setups. And for now, I think everything here is fine. I'll change the suspension to 20, just lift the bus a bit higher. Then blood pressure to 1, spring rate, leave it to start, and pressure 1, suspension smoothing also 1. So I'll leave these as that, save, compile and save, close it, go back to your content browser and duplicate it, and then name this one back and open it, change this one to rear, deactivate the steering, affected by steering, and leave the rest as the Okay, so I'll increase the brake torque. This one to set at 5. This one 2,000. Okay, but the rest stay the same. Next thing you need to do is go back to your mesh, open your physics asset, and then select the big one and change it to box. Regenerate, and then select the wheels. Change this to sphere. Regenerate. That should be fine. So save. Then I'll leave this open because I'll need to copy. No, it's actually not this one. I think it's the mesh. So yeah, I'll open this one. I'll need to copy the bond names. So leave that open. Back to your blueprints folder. Create new blueprint and look for vehicle phone. Wheel vehicle phone. Select. Right. So open it. Then first thing you need to do is change the mesh. Look for the one you just set up, the one you just imported, and then make sure the animation instance is also matched to that. I'm not sure why that didn't. Blueprints, animation. Yeah, that should be fine. So change the name. I think I should find it now. Make sure like when the names match the blueprints you're going to use it on. So with that selected, the mesh, no, okay, one extra thing you need to do to your mesh is simulate physics. Make sure this is enabled. And then think I can also add the camera. So spring arm and camera. Okay, and then for the spring arm, location said, let's give it 90. No, it's too high, too low. Oh, that's camera, sorry. Spring arm, you need to add the spring arm activated, and then I think that was 500. Yeah, 400. I'm raising it this high because there's going to be a body here. And then think on the y-axis I need to push it back 40. No, that's the wrong axis. Position should be 0. And I can just pull it manually and make sure it's at the back. There. And the offset on the z-axis for me it's usually 150. You can make it whatever you want it to be. Then with that done, I'll go to the vehicle movement component and then start changing the stuff. So this is where I'm going to start adding the values I got from the website. And just to confirm, I think there was 3,000, it was 2826. So I'm just going to move with 500. There's no way a bus is going to be this low. Max output. Max output. So Okay, let me change this to all wheel. Then front rest plate should be 0.7 so that the rear wheel does more than the front wheel. Automatic transmission. I still can't believe these values. There's no way these things this low. Definitely no, I don't know that much about vehicles. I just thought it would be a bit higher than the ones I got for the Land Rovers yesterday. I'll just leave it as that. For the top curve, let's create it. And here I'm going to give it my name, save, and open it. And then press on your mouse wheel right here to add a point for you. If you can't, just right click and add key. And then add a key here. This last one should be, wait, okay, so this one should be 0. This one should be 1. Right. And then with that selected, this one's going to be, if idle is 1200, let's give this 1300. I think that's supposed to do that. Yeah, 1300 should go up. And then max is 4500. Then click on this to zoom in to your values. And then so I'll need to add something else right here. So this one should be 4500, right? And then the last one, I'll send it back down to maybe 4000. And then just going to smooth it. What's the name? Auto. Click on auto. Click on auto. I've never seen anyone do it anyway. So this way, anyway, this usually I usually see most people set it up is just flat and run the linear curve. But because the top graphs I see drawn on most websites are usually, curves. Back. Right. So the top curves I see on websites like this, not that one. Yeah, the top curves I see on these websites are curves. They're not straight lines. So yeah, I know you can add your own values in here to make it a lot more customized. But I think for a simple game setup, you can just add 1, 2, 3 and make them auto to draw the curve for you. So this is something like this. And that means I need to send that back down. And then, whoa, yeah, do it that way. Or send it back off and do that. So this one is at the max 4500. So save that. And the next thing you need to do is add your wheels. So go to your wheel setups, add an array, and then look for the wheels that you created here. So you can just come and select them. I'm going to pick the front one and just drop it here. And so with that selected, go back here to your mesh, right click on your wheel. So the first one for me is going to be the front left. So right click on FL, copy selected board name, and then duplicate this one and change it to right. And then duplicate this one also and change the wheel to back. It should be the back wheel. And the back wheels going to start with BRO, that's back right outer wheel. Duplicate it, and this one should be BRI, back right inner, and then duplicate it, and duplicate this one also. So one is going to be back left outer, this one's also going to be back left inner. Alright, so with that done, let me see. I don't think I've left anything out. Oh yeah, the mass. I think I saw the mass on one of these websites. Uh, 16,200 kg, and this one is mass in kg. Okay, 16,200 is fine. The chassis is already checked for that type of parts. Wait, do they have specifications here? I think I saw chassis somewhere here. They don't have the values, but I already saw the values on a different website. Up to 7 times, that's 700,000. This is 16,000. Huh. So the way it reduces vibrations, oh my god, the vibration, the vibration is the problem I had. So yeah, let me try the low values and then I'll change it back to I'll change it to 700,000 if I get the vibrations. So chassis speed was 213 and the chassis height was 244. Was 2.4 meters to 0.13 meters. Downforce, delete those, default, compile, and then the movement. So there's two ways to do this. You can use the input values from your key bindings. So for me, it's going to be input move forward. Here, move forward. I have move forward and move forward backwards. I'll pick the first one. Can't remember which keys I have. One of them is up, down, the other is WS. So you can do this and set throttle. So throttle on input and add the value there. Or you could create a function here to make your work easier and call it accelerate, and then set throttle. But now you're not going to be able to have access to this event. So what you need is to get its value, uh, the green pin. To do that, just type get move forward, the axis values. So get move forward and I there. So if you have this function as it is, just go back to the event graph and add it to event tip. Right. So that's the steerings. You could either use move right, input move right, no, input move right, and then set steering input and connect the value there, or you could create a function here, steer, and then set steering input, and then get move right, the axis value, right there, go back to event graph, connect steer up here. There's also handbrake. Get handbrake. Right, so handbrake can be added right here. So you can just get handbrake. No, set handbrake and push get handbrake. If component and connect it there. So I don't need a duplicate one, so I'll just put this here. Right, so you can select these, press Q to align them. Right. So wait. Okay, that seems to fix it. Right. So you can either do that or just uh, come here and look for input handbrake action event, and then if you do it this way, you'll have to do it twice. So set handbrake, copy this one, connect this one here, here, and then released. So when pressed, handbrake should be on. When not pressed, handbrake should not be on. You see, this one is a lot dirtier than compared to if you do it this way. It's a lot less knots. I'll delete these ones. Should be fine. Now let's give it a try. The main problem was vibration, so that's what I'm supposed to be looking for. And okay, so that should be fine. Press play. The map is huge, it takes a bit of time to load it. Okay, so yeah, I just saw a little bit of vibration there. This is the vibration I can't seem to fix. Let's try the weight. Where was the weight? Here, 700,000. It did not vibrate. So heavy I can't even push it. There was some physics glitch I noticed on the previous video. It's not happening now. So if that's not vibrating, let me try driving it. So I'm going to change this to off-road game mode. And then select this. And has to be sure I don't land on that. Right. It looks like the controls. It's not moving forward. It's not moving forward. It's definitely not moving forward. Let's remove this and then set timer by function. This is not preferred, so don't do it. I'm just adding for a test. Action name is wait, let me just copy it. Then copy this one steer. Then the timer should be very low, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, loop. There's no delay, should be fine. And then let me disable this one for now. Okay. So it's okay, it's moving, but so slow. This is just too slow for me. Realistic values are definitely not what we want here. So let's go back to wheel component and change these. So first of all, the torque curve. The torque curve was that. Let's change these. Change this to 6,000, and these to 12,000, and these to 10,000. So go back to the wheel component Then look for max RPM, max torque 12,000. Max RPM, necessarily high value should be fine. Idle should be fine that way. See, change up, move it to 4, 6, and send this to 9,000. Now those change down. So, okay, I'll just move it to 9,000. And realistic numbers should be fine in a game. See what those do. So the handbrake is definitely an issue. Handbrake is definitely an issue. So I'll need to look into how to do this. It's just returning true. It's returning true all the time. It's not how it's supposed to give. Now it's not even moving. The values are definitely wrong. Okay. Right, so let's remove these. Oh wait, the function is just fine. Let me switch back to conventional way of doing it temporarily. So move forward. That should be fine. Let me steal the camera movements from the off-road car. Okay, so that should do it. It's lagging a lot now. At least I have camera controls. Okay, so let me play around with these ones again. Change these on back. See if that changes anything. Right. So it's spinning a lot, and that has something to do with the friction. So let's go back to the wheels. Not unrealistic value here. The friction multiplier, and push it up to 10. And the front wheel should also be just make it 10 also. And then there's a brake value somewhere here. Engine brake. I also need to reduce the value, the weight. Make that 1 to 1. And then max RPM 12, 12. Let me see which value is high. Okay, so this one. See what those do. That is definitely an issue of the weight. Let's start 70. Okay, let me change this to 10. Let's start with 10. It's sliding a lot. The rear wheels aren't even spinning. So now they're spinning. It's taking the rear wheels a bit too much time to even start spinning. And I just saw it start vibrating again. So the weight needs to go up 20 to 20k. And then here. Let me just refer to this and see what they did. They should be 12K. Talk. Okay. Engine idle. I don't think I changed that. How's that? Yeah. So engine idle 1200.55. Cool. So let's go back to the wheels. See what I can change. Select threshold. Let me push it up to 50. I'll say push this up to 50 also. I'll say remove the handbrake from the front wheel and then play again. It's taking too much time to even start. This is one very heavy vehicle. So let me just change. No, that should be fine. Let me change these to use the off-road ones just to test. Then they had 5,600 over here. That's 600. 5K. Full mil or 8.5. Not even moving. And how about right, if I reduce the weight, it won't. It'll start vibrating. I just change it back to where it was. Then this one should be 12,000. Change this one to 5,000. And then this one, idler premium is 12. Okay, so that's 6. How does this one work? Oh, right. So I have these things all switched up. So this one should be 1. Wait a minute, that was 12,000. So this one should be 1 and 6,000. Okay. And then this one should be 0.6 and 12,000. Then this one should be 0.00. And then click on this to view. Whoa. I delete all the points first, create a new one. At 0, at 0, add a new one, add key, should be 0.5 here, and 12,000 there. Zoom in, then add a key, should be 1 and 6,000. So the talk was the problem. I had the talk curve all wrong. So auto, and auto. So the key and value are switched up. Right, so that works for me. Let me fix this. Should be fine. Then let's go back here. Number of file. I'll make this 1 and push this up 4,000, 9,000. Just doubling them. What else did I deactivate? Engine. And this was 70. Okay. Engine. Engine brake effect. Right. Okay. Well, it's vibrating and not moving. Back to square one. A problem I'm supposed to fix is the problem I just caused. So let me move the weight. Oh, the weight is already 70,000. That's a problem. What if I just remove all the weight and play? So this was the problem, and I'm back to it. I'm not sure what's causing it. I'm not sure what's making this thing vibrate like this. I can't even tell if it's going forward or backwards. Okay, let me reduce the friction multiplier here. That was 10. Send it back to 3. Compile. And also 3. Compile. Play. Still vibrating. Notice. Okay, it keeps. It's a problem with the center of mass, I think, because when I drive, it keeps turning to the left. Let's go to center of mass. Override. Let's push Z up by 90. Then push 1 say by negative 50. See what that does. Still vibrating. At least I can now drive it a bit better. But the center of gravity is too high. It's not falling off. Okay, so let's send the Z. Let's move it down. Let's try 20. So the back wheel is definitely spinning too much. So with that, let me test the lower values from these. I think they had 600 here, 4500 here. Let's move the brake back down, then push this back up, down, play. It's spinning and turning to the left. So okay, the center of mass was not supposed to be shifted by the y value. It's supposed to be x. Y should be center, and then this one, I'm push it up to 45. Right, it's still spinning to the right. And I can see why. I think the forward wheel has a problem. The right wheel, I can see there's a space between the left wheel and the axle, but the right wheel is different. I mean, Let me look at it. Change this to let's change this to this. Okay, so you see, wait. So it's definitely imbalanced. There's more weight to one side. It's definitely more weight to the right side. And back to Blender. Nice. Okay, so yeah, that's definitely the issue. Let me see. So that's 5096. That's 5062. 5096. 5062. That's a problem. Wait, this one is 50. This is 62. 62. So that's definitely a problem. So I'll take this 0929. Okay, so copy this, put it here. Okay, and then copy this. Ninety-six, 96, 96, 96. I'm assuming that should fix it. Yeah, that should fix it. So let's go ahead and rig it again. So rig vehicle. I should be fine. Export the FBX and that. I think that should be The same, and then is the stabilized one. It's way smaller than the other. So export. I definitely need to restart my machine. It's starting to get slow. Let me see what I just exported. FPX stabilized. Okay, so it's definitely it. Let's go back here and delete a few things. So under here, let me remove this. Okay, with that removed, uh, change that to none. Compile. Okay, delete the animation blueprint. And then delete all these faulty unstable mesh. First delete. Oh, wow. Close. Okay, so I'm back. Unreal Engine crashed. I've imported the stable, the most stable one. It didn't really fix anything. It's still vibrating. Nice vibration to the other side. Keeps messing with me. So just to show you what I mean. As you've seen, it's vibrating too much. Let me go back to the center of Mars and set it back to 0. See if that fixes it. Oh, that didn't work. Um, yeah, so I I give up. I don't know how to fix the vibration issue. Yesterday I noticed that by adding the body, it got a bit more stable, and I don't know why. I mean, so body, select all, drag them there.